Okay, so let's talk about something. Let's talk about we're going to talk about rebasing, but we're only going to cover the basics of rebasing because um if I say get branch name or get rebase or whatever dash I, that's rebase interactive. And that's a whole nother level. I just want you to get the basics of the rebase. Again, I already explained it before. Rebase is when you, as right, for example, here, instead of having creating another branch and then merging that into the master branch, and you seeing this graph, what happens is you merge it into your master branch or whatever branch you're merging into, and when you look at your graph in your log, it's all one seamless timeline. Okay, so let's talk about one more thing too. When you branch, you create a new branch, whatever branch that you're already on, the new branch is a duplicate of that. So if I branch off of master, this is master. Sorry. If I branch off of master, I'm going to create a duplicate of the master branch. Okay. If I branch off of development, I'm going to create a duplicate of the development branch. That means all of this on the master branch will not be in the new branch. Just the commits, these 3 commits in the development branch. I hope that makes sense. So now let's go to our example. So we have this. This is master. As you can see right here, we're on the master branch, and the master branch only consists of this. One table, right? And it is located here. iOS project.html, and it's being rendered through the browser. And this is TextMate. This is how we make that, right? Feature, January. Okay, makes sense. Now on our other branch, I'm going to go, you can either say get checkouts branch name, or you can say get switch branch name, development. And now I've switched to development. And let's go look at this. And this is what it looks like right here. Developments. And if I go ahead and I reload this, that's what we have, right? Now, what I want to do is let's look at what is in the development branch. So I can say get log, right? It's going to give me a list of commits. But not only do I want to see a list of commits, I want to see it in a certain way. So dash one line, right? Okay, let me just show you what it looks like, first of all, without anything. Get log. These are our commits, right? But now I want this in a more formatted way. So I'm going to say get log dash one line dash graph. Okay, so we're all this. So since everything is just on this, I'm sorry, everything is just on this this branch. Nothing's been merged into this. So this is how it looks. Log. Even better. So you see the line. shows one seamless timeline. That's where we get into Rebase. So sometimes you're gonna create a feature branch, and what happens is you have to make a branch off of that for some reason and do some work and get rid of some commits or make changes to it, and then merge back to your feature branch. And you want it all one seamless branch. That's where Rebase comes. Rebase gives you the flexibility to merge with your feature branch, your own personal feature branch, and I'll get into the reason why later. Your own feature branch on your machine locally. I'm talking about branches that other people aren't going to modify. Okay? And then you can restructure it and make it seamless, before you go ahead and return it to dev. Okay, merge it back to dev. I'm going to give you an example. Again, I'm not going to get deep into merge interactive or merge I'm sorry, not merge. Forgive me. Rebase interactive or Rebase I'm not going to get into that. So right now, just basic Rebase. So let me see something real quick. Yes. So let's go ahead and let's create we're going to create a branch off of this development branch, okay? We're going to call it branch, and in this branch, see, we have this HTML table that represents the features for our app. So this is a fighter app that collects boxing information. Add amateur fighter to database. Add fighter details. Set up internal ranking system. Show available sparring partners in your area. Now we're going to add features, 2 new features. One of them is update their medical records, update their coaches' boxing credentials. Okay, we're going to do that in 2 commits, right? So here we are. First, what we're going to do is we're going to say feature branch 1 or development features 1. Okay, so let's say let's check our branch real quick. Get branch. What branch are we on? We're on development. Now we're going to say get branch feature 1. So now we say get branch, which shows the branch we're on as well as the list of branches locally. Feature 1 is there. Let's go ahead and jump on feature 1. Get, we can either say switch or checkout. Get switch feature 1. Right? And if you look at feature 1, double check. I always like to double check. Get branch. We're on feature 1. And let's look at feature 1. Reload this. It's identical, which is what it's supposed to be. It's not identical to master. It's identical to development. Okay. And if we look here, again, feature 1 branch. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to feature 1 branch. We're going to add our features, right? Let me just double check. Make sure that what branch I'm on feature 1. Let's go ahead and add our features. So I'm going to add a row, check fighters' medical records. Okay, check fighter medical records. Okay, that's one. Then we're gonna say check USA boxing coach credentials. USA boxing coach credentials. Okay, Command S. Let's go back to our terminal. Let's say get status. So we check in if, and this has changed. iOS project.html has changed, right? And let's see if our changes have taken here. Of course. Now what we have to do is add it. So let's prepare for staging and stage it, and then we'll commit it. So it's saved. And you do that by what? Get add everything, the dot, get commit -m, okay, added two features. So I added 2 features. Now I will check my status. And yes, our branch is up to date and there's nothing to commit. Now let's look at our let's go ahead and let's look at our log. Should add one more thing to the log. Get log graph, and we go up here. This is the most latest. Actually, let me go back. Let's do this. Q, yeah, just regular get log, so we can see the description. Okay. Normal grower commit. Show available fighters added. So we added 2 features. And that's our latest commit right there. Added 2 features. Q. Now let's go ahead and do one more commit, right? So I'm going to go back here and we'll say show sport safe certification. Show sport safe certification, because we all have to show our sports safe certification. If you're a USA boxing coach, got to keep our fighters safe. So again, get status, and of course we have to go ahead and add it, stage it, commit, get, add, right, get, commit -m, added, sport safe. Okay, and now get status. Everything's up to date. So now what I could do is go back here, get switch development. So now I'm on development, get branch. I'm on the development branch. But on my development branch, of course, my last 2 changes that I just made are not showing, right? That means I have to merge it. So, but instead of merging it, what I can say is git rebase. And when I rebase onto development, usually you look at the log and you show your graph, and it'll show where it diverges from development onto feature one and then merges back. But with rebase, it's all one seamless timeline. It rewrites it. And the commits don't even keep the same commit numbers. They're new commit numbers. Excuse me. So we're going to do it like this. Git. So I'm on development. Git rebase feature. Sorry. Feature one. Now, it's successfully done this. How do I know this? Let me check. Git status up to date. And all of my things have been added. But you could have done that with a merge. Let's check our log. Git log dash dash graph. Right? Because we're let me just say git. I am on development. Yeah, git log. Sorry, people. Dash dash graph. I had a little brain malfunction for a second. And as you see, this is all one line. All one line, no diverging. If this were a merge, it would have shown where we diverged from development branch to feature one and where it merged again. And that's the beauty of rebasing. Now this development branch can be merged with master. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and merge this with master. To exit out of the log, hit Q. See down at the bottom that blinking? When I want to scroll up and down, I can scroll up and down. But when I need to get out, back out of the log, right? I need to hit Q. Now I'm out of the log. Okay? So let's go to master. Git, again, you can see either say switch or checkout. Git switch master. Now I'm on the master branch, right? And of course, master is, what is master? Git log. We all know what master is. First commit, one commit right there. It just says first commit. Let's go ahead and git merge development. And there we go. So now let's go ahead and reload this. And there we go. Again, right here. Now, check this out. We go back here and we can look at our log. Git log graph. So we merged everything onto master. Am I on master? Let me just double check. Q, git log. Git branch. I am on master. So I successfully merged development onto master. There's one mistake I made. There is no diverging on this. Why? Because it only has that one commit, right? The first commit. So there isn't a diverging point on here. You kind of have to get a few commits in, one or two commits in, to show where you branched off. do some work, and branch back on to see that diverging point. But that's Rebase. I'm going to give you a few warnings about using Rebase. Do not use Rebase when you have a branch that will other developers will work on. Me personally, in the professional world, I've never had to use Rebase. This is just an introduction, FYI. But if all of you guys have feature branches that you may be coming in contact with, or someone else may be coming in contact with, or someone else may have to make modifications, or may branch off of it, or may have to depend on your log history, I would not use Rebase in those circumstances. And yeah. So that's it for rebasing. Later on, I might go and do some work on Rebase Interactive, but there are other more pressing things that we should go over in this course. So on to the next. Talk to you later.